the final exams for Bio 154, Principle of Biology 2, and instruction for this exercise for best result. Make sure you study chapter 18 to 47 before taking this exercise. Prepare some pieces of paper and pen or pencil to write your answer. There will be about 2 or 3 seconds after each question to write your answer on paper before the answer key is given or explained. You can always pause the video if you need more time. After finish the exercise, check your answers, how many are correct and how many are incorrect. Repeat the process until you get 100% correct answer, and make sure that 100% correct answer are based on your knowledge, not from your guessing. It is very likely that you will get a very good score for this final exam if you follow this instruction correctly. Okay, we start with question number 1. Which of the following scientists studied and laid down the foundations of evolution? Okay, choose your answer. Remember, the father of evolution is Charles Darwin. So the answer will be A, Charles Darwin. Based on evolutionary theory, the speciation or evolution of species is caused by A, B, C, or D. Okay, of course, the answer will be natural selection. So natural selections will cause the speciations. The other answer, like fossil records, molecular biology, anatomical structure, this is the evidence of evolution. These are not the cause of evolution. So the answer is natural selection. Any selection process involving human activities, such as farming and domesticating animals, is called A, B, C, or D. So any human activity, okay, we call it artificial. So this is artificial because they select the animals or plants, then this selection is called the artificial selection. And it is also can use as evidence of evolution within short period of time. Similarity of structure. So remember, this is the key word of it is a structure. Okay? Similarity of structure that show close relationship between different species is called A, B, C, or D. So similarity of structure is called a similar, is mean homo. So the answer will be homo, and then is logous. So this is homologous structure. Okay, similarity of structure that show the relationship between different species. Example is our arms and the front legs of horse, for example. We actually have a very similar structure. We have the same type of bones. So this is what we call the homologous structure. It is telling us the close relationship between us and the horse, which is we are the same groups, mammalians. Which of the following part of animals are homologous structure? Okay, so you're comparing which structures or part of the body is actually homologous structure. Wings of the bird and wing of butterfly, it is not the same structure. Okay, the function may be the same, but the structure is different. Wing of the bird consists of bone. Wings of the butterfly is just a membrane. There is no bones on it. So this is not the answer. Wings of bat and front legs of the horse. Yes, actually this is the answer because wings of the bat and front leg of the horse have the same type of bone. From the humerus, okay, radius ulna, and the phalanges, for example. Okay, so this will be the answer. Okay, human upper limb and butterfly wing is not the same. So B should be the correct answer. Which of the following part of animals are analogous structure? So analogous structure means the same functions. The structure may be different, but the functions will be the same. This is going to be wings. Okay, so this is wings. Both are used for flying. So wings of the bird and wings of butterfly, this is analogous structure. They are not homologous structure. Okay, so that should be the answer. Homologous structure of front legs of horse and human upper limb is an example of evidence of evolution based on A, B, C, or D. Of course, this is based on the structure. So the science of structure is called the anatomy. Okay, so anatomy. So look for that one. It's going to be anatomy and embryology. So this is evidence of evolution based on structure, anatomy, and embryology. Similarity between animals that live in western part of Indonesia with animal in the Asian continent is an example of evidence of evolution based on, so this is the place where they live. So this is based on geography. Okay, so it's going to be based on biogeography area. Similarity in the DNA sequences of horse and donkey is an example of evidence of evolution based on A, B, C, or D. So DNA, this is a gene. This is actually molecules, right? So this is molecule that consists of nucleotide. So this is based on molecular biology. Which of the following is the correct way of writing human species name in scientific journals? A, B, C, or D. So remember the rule for binomial. Okay? So each species has two names. And the first name start with capital letter. Okay? The second name start with lowercase. Both has to be italicized. So Homo sapiens. So look for that one. This one incorrect because this is capital letter. This is incorrect because no italicized. And this should be the correct one. C is the correct answer. Which of the following characteristics is true for all organisms? A, B, C, or D? All organisms are prokaryote. It is not correct. Okay, there are some organisms eukaryotes and prokaryote. All organisms eukaryote. This is not correct. Okay, organism are unicellular. It is not because there are many multicellular organisms. So the correct answer is all organisms consist of cell. Okay, because we know cell is actually the basic unit or the smaller units of life, the smaller unit of living. So that should be the answer. Which of the following is an example of pre-zygotic barrier? A, B, C, or D. So we have to know what is pre mean. Okay, pre mean is before. Zygote is formation of zygote. This is the same as before mating. Okay, so which barrier is actually happenings before mating? Hybrid is produced after mating. So this is not the answer. Right? Unviable embryo also produced after mating. So this is not the answer. Different mating behavior between pigeons and chicken. Yes. So this is before mating. They have kind of dancing behavior. It is happening before mating. So this should be pre-zygotic barrier. Look at D, mating between male and female horses. This is mating. So this is not the answer. So the answer should be C. Which of the following is an example of post-zygotic barrier? Post mean after. Okay. Zygote mean zygote. Okay. Formation of zygote. So this is the same as after mating. Okay. So after mating, these two species can also still have babies. It's called a hybrid, and mostly the hybrid will be sterile because they are not the same species. Okay, remember this is barrier. Okay, so this should be the answer. Sexual organ, this is bit pre-zygotic. This is different mating. This is also pre-zygotic barrier. Different geographical location. This is also pre-zygotic. So this is pre. Okay, so only A is the correct answer. Which of the following is an example of mechanical reproductive barrier between different species? So different species, they cannot be mating because they have different kind of thing. One of them is different mechanical reproductive materials or different mechanical reproductive organs. So which one is mechanical? It's going to be structured, right? Different mating time. This is time. This is not mechanical. Different sexual organs. Yes, it's going to be, this is a mechanicals. Okay, so different sexual organ between elephants and cow. They cannot be mating because they have different sexual organ. And this is mechanical barrier. So this is should be the answer. Okay, behavior is not mechanical. Habitat is not mechanical. So B is the correct answer. In the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, letter Q represents the blank alleles, A, B, C, or D. Remember the Hardy-Weinberg equation is P square plus 2PQ plus Q square equal 1. And P is equal to the dominant allele. Q is the recessive alleles. Okay, so Q represents the recessive alleles. The process of arranging taxa or group by homologous, like anatomical similarity, characters into a cladograms. Okay, so cladogram in branchings or phylogenetic tree is called the, and this actually telling you the name is coming from cladistic taxa or cladistic arrangement. Which of the following is an example of temporal temporal, okay, reproductive barrier between different species. Temporal mean tempo. What is tempo? In scientific term, tempo means time. Okay, so this is time. So just look for the different time of reproductive uh, sexual reproductive growth of development. So different mating time. So this is actually telling you the answer over here. So different mating time is example of temporal reproductive barrier. Which of the following is an example of habitat reproductive barrier between different species? So it's asking about habitat. What is habitat? Habitat is place. Okay, so place. So look for that clue. Different mating time, it is not the answer. Different sexual organ, it is not because this is mechanical. Different mating behavior, it is not because this is behavior. Okay? And the last one, different geographical location. So this is place, right? So this should be the answer. Migrations of individuals from one population to another populations that change the frequency of alleles within the latter population is called A, B, C, or D. Okay. Example is when there are many people migrated to United States, like for example, maybe from India, the Indian people carry their own genes and causing the change in the population. So this is what we call the gene. Okay, so this is gene flow. Okay, gene flow. Catastrophic event that change the frequency of alleles within the population is called A, B, C, or D. Okay, so we already used the gene flow. This is not the answer. Okay, so catastrophic events usually the same as what we call the bottleneck. Okay, it's a bottleneck events. So that should be the answer. Which of the following components are present in all type of viruses? Now we learned about viruses, okay? A, B, C, or D. Just remember again, all viruses will have two main components, okay? The outer or the cover of the virus is called capsid. And that capsid is actually made of protein. And the inside is called the central core. It actually consists of whether DNA or RNA. So this is nucleic acid. Okay, so it should be capsid and the central core. Look for that capsid and central core. That's the two main components of viruses. Based on the central core, viruses are divided into blank viruses, A, B, C, or D. Again, viruses have capsid and the central core. The central core could be DNA or RNA. It cannot be both. Therefore, there are two types of viruses based on the central core. The first one is DNA viruses. The second group is the RNA viruses. So this should be the answer. Which of the following steps of virus life cycle is not present in bacterial viruses? A, B, C, or D? Now again, in order to answer this, you have to know the difference between animal viruses and bacterial viruses. Okay, both of them have 6 stages on their life cycle. Okay, so the first one, both of them are gonna be the same, which is attachment. Attachment. This is also attachment. The second one's gonna be penetrations. This is also penetration, the same. Okay. Now number T is different. Animal virus, because it has the virus actually enter, including the capsid, then they have to open the capsid. This is called the uncoating. In the bacterial virus, the one that enter into the host cell is only the DNA or RNA. Therefore, there is no uncoating. So this virus will start the synthesis. Okay, so the third stage in bacterial viruses will be synthesis, while in the animal viruses will be uncoating. And then after uncoating in the animal virus, they're going to start the synthesis. Okay. In the bacterial virus, after synthesis, there will be assembly. Okay. And the same thing with the animal virus, after synthesis, there will be assembly. But now look at the stage, is stage number 5 over here. In the bacterial virus, still stage number 4. After the assembly in the bacterial viruses, they have to be mature. Therefore, there is a maturation over here. While in the animal viruses, after the assembly, they can just release because they're ready to release from the host cell. In the bacterial virus, after maturation, they're going to break the host cell, and it is also known as release. So look at the stages over here. So the following, which of the following step of virus life cycle is not present in bacterial virus? Which one is not present in the bacterial virus? Will be this uncoating. Okay, look, there is no uncoating in the bacterial viruses. So the answer will be A, uncoating. Which of the following structure are present in animal viruses? A, B, C, or D? Okay, again, remember the virus have capsid and central core, okay, which is DNA or RNA. Right? This is the main component. For the animal virus, there is additional component, which is called the envelope. Okay? In the envelope, they also have special protein that's used for attachment. And these proteins is called spikes. Okay, so animal virus has additional component, which is envelope and spike. So look for that one, envelope and spikes. Which of the following types of immunities is acquired after the person had vaccination, such as chickenpox vaccination? Okay, now we have to understand the name over here. So immunities, if it is acquired after vaccination, so vaccination means injection, injection of weak virus. Okay, so these injections will be what? It's going to be artificial because injection, it is not natural. So it's going to be artificial. Look for this. Is artificial, is artificial. Okay, so the choices will be C or D. Okay? A and B is going to be wrong. Now, this vaccination is actually giving the real viruses over here, which is weaker type of virus, because this is a real infection, a real type of organisms, okay, pathogens that inserted into our body, it will cause the active, okay, active immunity, which is our body will produce the antibodies, okay, the memory cell. So it's going to be long-term immunity. So artificial active immunity, artificial active immunity. This should be the answer. Which of the following type of immunity is acquired after the baby has antibodies, okay, through breastfeeding from the mother? Now, breastfeeding, this is a natural process. So it's going to be natural. Okay, so this is natural process. This is not injection. So this is natural. So the answer will be this or this, A or B, because both of them has natural. Okay? C and D will be incorrect. Now, because this is antibodies, okay, antibodies is a passive type of immunity. This is short-term immunity. So it's going to be natural passive. So look for that one. Natural active is not the answer. So natural passive immunity over here. So the answer will be B. Natural passive immunity. It is acquired by the baby after they have breastfeeding of their mother that actually contains antibodies. Which of the following scientists proposed the germ theory? Okay, so this scientist actually lived before the development of microscope and also culture of bacteria or viruses. And his name is Louis Pasteur. So Louis Pasteur is the one that proposed the germ theory. And the one that proved the germ theory will be the Robert Koch. So Robert Koch will develop the methodology to prove the germ theory. What is germ theory? Germ theory is the theory that say that there is a disease that caused by pathogens that is very small, by germ that we cannot see them. Okay, so Louis Pasteur lived on the time where there is no microscope yet, but he believed there is a germ that causing infectious disease. Which of the following archaea is living in extremely hot places, such as hot spring waters? So hot places. So hot, it is related to temperature, right? So temperature in scientific term is called the thermo. Remember the equipment or the tools to measure the temperature is called the thermometer, right? So thermo means temperature. So just look at that term, which is thermo. Hot, feels mean love. So these archaea love to live in hot area or places. So this is going to be thermophiles. Which of the following archaea is living in the extremely salty places, such as the Dead Sea? Okay, so salty. This is actually mean hollow. Hollow is actually mean pressure or salt. Okay, so the one that love to live in the salty places is called the hollow file. File or fields mean love. Hollow mean salt. So hollow file or hollow fields. Which of the following bacteria has rod cell shape in chains-like arrangement? A, B, C, or D? So there are two things over here. The shape is rod. Okay, rod. Okay. So in the scientific term, rod mean bacillus. Okay. And then there is arrangement over here, which is chain-like. So chains-like in the scientific term is called the strepto. Okay, so strepto. You just combine these two words to make the name of that bacteria. It's called the streptobacillus. So look for that one. Streptococcus, it is not streptobacillus. This is the answer. When bacteria are picking up genes from the environment, this type of gene transfer is called A, B, C, or D. So remember there are three types of gene transfer. Let's say this is bacteria. If this is, let's say this is gene, okay, DNA. So if the bacteria taking this gene directly from the environment, then that one is called the transformation. Okay, so this is transformations. Okay, so bacteria can also take it, okay, from injections or from other bacteria. So the genes, that process is called the transductions. And also bacteria can get the gene from other bacteria through structure is called the pilus. So let's say this is gene transfer into other bacteria. And this one is called the conjugation. Okay, so there are three types, whether transformation, transduction, or conjugation. It's asking you from the environmental directly, which is number one over here. It is the transformation type of gene transfer. The cell wall of algae is made of A, B, C, or D. So remember for the cell wall, there are three type organisms that have cell wall. The first one, plant, okay, and then algae, and then fungi, okay, and bacteria. Okay, so plant and algae is actually the same. Okay, they have the cell wall made of cellulose, which is carbohydrate. Fungi have the cell wall made of chitin, which is a protein. And bacteria have the cell wall made of peptidoglycan, which is combination between proteins and carbohydrate. So the question is algae cell wall. So it's going to be made of cellulose. Which of the following algal phylum is the brown algae? A, B, C, or D? So remember algae are classified based on their pigment, based on their color. If it is green, it's called chloro, so it's chlorophyta. If it is red, it's rhodophyta. If it is brown, it's pyophyta. If it is golden color, is chrysophyta. So it's asking you the brown one, so it's going to be pyophyta. Which of the following green algae is unicellular? A, B, C, or D? So green algae, there are many types. Okay, some of them is unicellular, like Chlamydomonas, for example. Okay, Chlamydomonas. There are some that is actually in colony. like Volvox. This is colony. Okay, and there are some that is multicellular, like Cara. It's actually look like plant, and also Ulva. This is multicellular. Okay, so the question is which one unicellular? Cara, Chlamydomonas, Ulva, or Volvox? The answer will be the Chlamydomonas. Consists only one cell. Which of the following green algae is a multicellular algae known as a sea lettuce? So remember before Cara and Ulva, this is the one that multicellular. The one that actually known as sea lettuce is look like lettuce is Ulva. So Ulva is the sea lettuce. Chlorophyta and plant store their carbohydrate or food as A, B, C, or D. Okay, remember, maybe you know plant like potato, they have what? They have starch, what? So they store their energy or food as starch. The same thing with the chlorophyta, algae, green algae, they store their food as starch. How about this one? Laminarin, this is in brown algae. Brown algae. So brown algae store their food as a laminarin. How about glycogen? This is in animal, like in our liver, our muscle, we store our carbohydrate as glycogen. Glucose is not stored. Glucose is actually the molecules that will be combined to make the whether starch, laminarins, or glycogens. Which of the following fungal spores are asexual or non-sexual spores? A, B, C, or D. Okay, so remember in fungi, they have sexual spore, which is 3 type, okay, and non-sexual or asexual spores, which is 2 type. Okay, so sexual spores are zygospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. The non-sexual one is sporangiospores and conidia. Okay, the question is the non-sexual spore. Which one? The answer will be this conidia. Mushrooms, toadstools, and puffballs are classified under the phylum of the mushroom, they are Basidiomycota. So including toadstools and puffballs, they are Basidiomycota. Bread molds, Rhizophus stoloniferus is classified under the phylum of, so this is actually memorizations. So bread mold Rhizophus is actually under the phylum of Zygomycota. Blank is an example of symbiotic mutualism between fungi and algae. They create organisms or symbiotic mutualisms is called lichens. Okay, so this is going to be the answer. The mycorrhiza is actually between roots and fungi. Which of the following green algae or chlorophyta was considered as the ancestor of the modern plants? Chara, Ulva, Spirogyra, or Volvox? The answer is Chara. Okay, so Chara, they have a structure just like plant, but they still live in water. Okay, so this is the ancestor of plant, which is Chara. Which of the following strategies is not, okay, is not considered as the strategy of land or terrestrial plants? Okay, look for that one. Remember, terrestrial plants mean the plants that live on land, okay, already. They don't really live in water. So the evolution will be evolution that make them able to live on land. Evolution of the root system to avoid drying out. This is going to be their evolution. So this is not the answer because you're looking for not over here. It's not considered as strategy of land plant. Evolution live to capture light. This is also the strategy of land plants. Okay? Evolution of herbaceous stem to live in water. So it's over here is actually the incorrect one. Okay? So that should be the answer. All non-vascular plants are also known as A, B, C, or D. So this is memorizations. All the non-vascular plant is called bryophytes. Okay, is including the mosses over here. Okay, so bryophytes is the non-vascular plants. The plants, the primitive plant that do not have vascular tissue. Which of the following is not a phylum of non-vascular plants? So non-vascular plants, they have three phyla. Yeah? The first one is Bryophyta. Yeah? And the second one is the Anthophyta. This is not, okay. The second one is actually Hepaticophyta. This is the liverwort. This is mosses, liverwort. And number three is Antoceratophyta. Okay, this is the hornwort. Okay. The one is not is Anthophyta because this is flowering plants. Okay, this is the angiosperm, which is vascular plant. It has vascular tissue. Okay, so the answer will be Anthophyta or phyta. That is not member of non-vascular plants. The two phyla of vascular seedless plants are, so this is already have vascular tissue, but they don't have seed. Okay, it's a seedless plant. This is still a primitive type of plants, but it's more modern than the non-vascular plants. So Coniferophyta and Gangophyta, this is not. This is gymnosperms. This is another gymnosperm. Hepaticophyta and Anterosotophyta. This is the bryophyte. So this is not the answer. The correct answer is Lycophyta and Pterophyta. Okay. This is the horsetail. And this is the Pterophyta. Okay, so these the two phyla of vascular seedless plants. The primitive roots in non-vascular plant and vascular seedless plants are called, again, this is memorizations. So the primitive root is called the rhizoid, which is very soft, not just like regular root of plant, but the function is the same, which is to absorb water. So it's called the rhizoid or rhizoids. Which of the following type of roots are present in monocots? Now we're gonna comparing between monocots and dicots. Okay, so monocots, the roots will be the same size. Okay, look like a fiber. Okay, therefore it's called the fibrous root. Okay, this is monocot. For the dicots, the root actually it has two types. Okay, the middle root is called the tap root, which is really big, bigger, and then it has the root on the side. Okay, so this is taproot. So the monocots will have the fibrous type of root. Okay, so fibrous root. Which of the following type of roots are present in dicot? We just mentioned that dicot will have a type of tap roots. Which of the following type of vascular system are present in monocots? Okay, remember, vascular system consists of the xylem. This is the one that carry water from soil to leaf. Okay, xylem. The second type of vascular tissue is called the phloem. This is the one that carry food from leaf to the storage. Okay, so phloems and xylem. So if we see, we cut the bark of the monocot, you're gonna see the xylem and phloems. It has a bundles, and they will be scattered on the stem. So scatter. Okay, if it is dicot, so this is monocot. If it is dicot, what happens? This bundle is actually making circular. Okay, a circular bundle, making a circle like that. Okay, so it's asking you the monocot is gonna be scatter bundles of vascular tissue. Symbiotic relationship between plant roots and fungi. I think we already mentioned that a little bit. It's called the mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae. It is a symbiotic mutualism between plant roots and fungi. Horsetail is included in the phylum of, again, this is memorization. I already mentioned that before. Horsetail is, the phylum name is Lycophyta. Okay, so Lycophyta is the horsetails. Which of the following seed plants part, protect, and provide food for the embryo? Okay, so embryo is actually located inside the seed. So of course, the one that protect this embryo will be part of the plant or produced by the plant is called the seed. Which of the following seed plant parts are dormant during the harvest period? Okay, which part of these plants will be dormant? So they only grow during the better condition. And of course, the one that have the ability to be dormant is the seed. Okay, so seed will be the answer. Which of the following type of leaves are usually present in monocot? So again, we're comparing the monocot and dicot. Okay, so the leaf of monocot will be narrow leaf. okay, with the parallel type of vein, while for the dicot, the leaf will be broad type of leaf, with the veins branchings. So this is broad leaf, this is narrow leaf. Okay, so the answer for monocots will be narrow type of leaf. Which of the following type of leaves are usually present on dicot? We just mentioned that this is broad type of leaf, broad leaf. Which of the following type of floral arrangements are usually present in dicot? Now we're going to compare the monocot and dicot based on the number of part of their flower. Okay, so monocots usually have 3 or multiple 3 of flower. Okay, so 3 or multiple 3. For the dicot, they usually have 4, okay, or maybe 5 part of their flower. So this is 4 or 5 or multiple 4 or 5. So that's going to be dicot. So the question is dicot. It's going to be 4, 5. 4 or 5 part or multiple 4 or 5. Which of the following type of floral arrangement are usually present in monocot? We just answered that one. It's going to be 3 or multiple 3. To protect from desiccations, plants produce blank over the top surface of the leaves. A, B, C, or D. If you see the plant leaf, okay, on the top one, it's going to be shiny because it has a material or chemical that protect this plant leaf from desiccation, okay, from dehydration. The shiny, okay, material is actually wax. Okay, this is a lipid. So plant produce wax and put them on the top of the leaf, okay, to protect them from desiccation or from dehydration. So waxy cuticle. To avoid predations by herbivores, plant produce poisonous chemicals called this is memorizations, okay? The chemical is called the alkaloids. So alkaloid is a chemical that produced to protect them against predations. To allow carbon dioxide absorption, plants have opening structure on the bottom surface of the leaf that it is known as blank, A, B, C, or D. So remember again, on the top, it's shiny because there are wax, okay, waxy cuticle. But at the bottom, they need to have the opening, okay, to allow carbon dioxide to enter into the leaf for photosynthesis. The openings at the bottom of the leaf is called stoma if it is only one, or stomata if it is more than one. So mostly it is going to be thousands of stomata under the leaf. Okay, this is called the stomata. Which of the following protozoa was considered as the ancestor of animals? Which one the ancestor of the animals? This is memorization, which is choanoflagellates. Okay. Which of the following is not considered as the characteristic of animal? So animals, okay, they are multicellular, they have no cell wall, okay, and they have fixed body plans. The one is not characteristic of animals over here is autotroph. Remember, autotroph is for plant. Animal, heterotroph. All animals are, is not haploid, they don't have cell wall, they move, so mostly they are not stay or sessile. So the correct answer, all animals will be heterotrophs. Which of the following is an example of asymmetric animal? So the one that do not have symmetry. Remember, this is the spawns. So spawns do not have symmetry. Animals that do not have body tissue is grouped into, okay, so there are two groups of animals. The one that do not have body tissue is called the porifera or parazoa. The one that have body tissue is called the eumetazoa. Eumetazoa. This one have body tissues. Parazoa or porifera do not have body tissues. The more primitive group of vertebrates, such as fish, amphibian, and reptiles, are A, B, C, or D. So this group of animal, actually, they cannot control their own body temperature. Therefore, their body temperature is controlled by outside, exo or ecto. So ectothermic or exothermic. It means that their body temperature is based on their outside environment. If the outside is cold, their body temperature will be also cold. This is also known as a cold-blooded animal. Ectothermic or exothermic. Which of the following sponge cell forms the outer covering of the sponge body? Okay, remember for the sponge, there are 8 types of cell. Right? There are 8 types of cell. Okay, the one that cover their body is called the pinacocyte. The one that is inside over here, the one that filter the cell is choanocyte. The one that move the nutrient is called the amoebocyte. The one that produce the collagen is called the lopocyte. Okay, so the one that produce eggs is called the oocyte. The one that produce sperm is spermatocyte. So again, the answer for this one, the one that cover their body is called the pinacocyte. Which of the following animal has radial symmetry? Okay, remember spawns do not have symmetry. Human, we have bilateral and also bilateral. So the one that have radial symmetry is the jellyfish. So jellyfish, it has many symmetry. It's called the radial symmetry. Which of the following animals is deuterostomes? Okay, if we divided animal into protostomes, there are many of them. And deuterostome, remember deuterostome means the blastopore become anus. It's only 2 types. So the one that you have to memorize is the deuterostome. The rest will be protostome. What are the 2 phylum of deuterostomes? It's gonna be the first ones, will be chordata over here, including humans, mammals, vertebrates will be deuterostome. And the other one is echinodermata. This include the sea urchins, okay, sea cucumber. That's gonna be echinodermata. The sea stars also in this one. So just remember this deuterostome, which is echinodermata and chordata. The rest will be protostome, including the mollusks, the snail, okay, insect, all of them will be protostome. Okay, so the answer is chordata, which is human is a chordata. So human is deuterostomes. The outer embryonic germ layer that will become the skin and nervous system of an organism is known as, so the germ layer, it has three: ectoderm, then mesoderm, and the endoderms. The ectoderm becomes skin and nervous tissue. The mesoderm become muscles, bones, liver, and etc. The endoderm become the guts of the animal, okay, digestive system. So the answer for this one will be ectoderm, the one that become the skin and the nervous system. The inner embryonic germ layer that will become the gut or digestive tract of organism is known as, we already mentioned that's the endoderm. Which of the following animal tissue types generates power and can contract and stretch? Okay, there are 4 types of tissue: ET, CT, MT, and NT, nervous tissue. ET, after tissue, mostly for coverage, protection. Okay, connective tissue, this is for transport, okay, and connection between cell or between our organs. Muscle, this is used for movement. Okay, stretch. Okay, nervous tissue is used for controlling movement and sensation. So the question is, which one generate power and contract and stretch? That will be the muscle tissue. Which of the following animal tissue type cover and protect each organ in the body? Cover, protects will be the epithelial tissue. Which of the following animal tissue coordinates movement and sensation? Okay, this is for control. It's going to be the nervous tissue. Animals that have 3 embryonic germ layers during embryonic development are grouped into blank animal, A, B, C, or D. So 3, S3 means 3, and then layer is actually plastic, so it's going to be triploblastic, triploblastic animal. They have 3 layers. Animal that their blastopores is developed into mouth are grouped into blank animal, A, B, C, or D. So mouth is stomes. Okay, stomes. Okay, so protostome is the mouth. Okay, so this is gonna be the protostomes groups. which of the following fish was considered as the ancestor of land animals or amphibia? Shark, tuna, tiktaalik, or catfish? This is memorizations. The answer is tiktaalik, which is type of lungfish that able to live on land for several hours. Okay, so tiktaalik is the ancestor for the land animal. Which of the following reptile was considered as the ancestor of mammals? Again, this is memorizations. The animal is therapsid. Therapsid. The two main features that define mammals are blank and blank. So every mammals will have what? Will have hair and mammary glands. Okay, other animal will not have this one. The teeth and the skin is not, because every animal, most animal have teeth, they have skin, tail and leg is also not the main feature. Eyes and ears also not the main feature of mammalia. The one that make mammalia different is hair and mammary gland. Which of the following mammals is the closest relative to human based on evolutionary evidence? Gorilla, chimpanzee, orangutan, or pig? The closest one is actually chimpanzee. We have maybe more than 95% similarity in our gene or DNA with chimpanzee. Which of the following is an example of abiotic factor? A means no, non-living, no life, non-living factor. Species is biotic, this is living, this is life. Community is a group of living, population also group of species. So this is not the answer. The answer will be the rainfall. This is non-biotic factor. Other example may be climate, soils, air, nutrients. Okay, they're all non or abiotic factors. Which of the following levels of ecology studies adaptation of an organism into its habitat? So this is one organism, type of organism. Therefore, the studies of this adaptation of one organism to its habitat is called the organismal level, organismal ecology. Which of the following level of ecology studies interaction? So now is many organisms, so many type, and their habitat. Okay, so this is talking only living things over here. Okay, remember is they do not talk about the non-living things. It's on all living things. The all living things in a habitat is called community. So this is going to be the community level of ecology. A place where an organism lives is called A, B, C, or D. And this is a memorizations. The place where we live is called habitat. So habitat is the place where we live. The roles and function of an organism in its habitat is called role and functions. Like for example, plants role is as producers, place for many animals to live. This role and function in habitat is called niche. So niche is the roles and function of organism. Remember, there are no two organisms will have the same needs. Okay, they always have different needs. If they do have the same needs, they will fight. Okay, they will fight until one of them die or one of them move to different roles and functions. a linear sequence. So this is one sequence, linear sequence of organism through which nutrients and energy pass through feeding. So this is food. This is linear sequence, which is chain. Okay. Connection is called A, B, C, or D. So it's going to be food chains. The primary consumers in an ecosystem are also known as A, B, C, or D. So if we look at the ecological pyramids, okay, the bottom one will be producers. The second one's gonna be primary consumer, the one that consume the plant. It is also known as herbivore. Okay, so the primary consumer is also known as a herbivore. After that is going to be the secondary consumer, which is mostly carnivore. And finally, the top or apex consumer. Okay, so these are the level or trophic levels in ecosystem, in ecological pyramid. Which of the following species is a specialist? A, B, C, or D? Remember, specialist mean the species that only live in certain area. They have a very narrow habitats or place to live. Okay, so these specialists examples are the koala over here. So koala only live in Australia where they have the food called the eucalyptus leaf. So that's the only food they eat. So therefore, they are very specialists. Blank is the number of kinds of things and their abundance in a given location or on the planet. So different kind, okay? This is diversity, right? Different type is diversity. And because this is living, about living things, therefore this diversity is called the biodiversity. Which of the following is the number one threat to biodiversity or species extinctions? So this is related to human activity. Remember, human activity that become threat to extinctions can be summarized as hippo. Okay, so this is based on the level. The highest level is H, which is habitat loss or destruction. The second one is I, which is invasive species. The next one is P, which is pollutions. And the next one's another P, which is populations of humans. And the last one is O, which is over harvesting. Okay, so the main or the number one threat of human activities to species extinctions will be habitat loss. Now, true and false. The correct writing for the name of tiger species is like this. Okay, capital letter, capital letter. It is correct or incorrect. This is incorrect. Okay, so this one capital letter, this one should be lowercase, and both of them has to be italicized. Okay, so this is incorrect. The correct one is gonna be like this. Okay. Protists that have more plant characteristic are classified into protozoa. Plant characteristic. which is chloroplast, cell wall. This should be the algae, right? So this is incorrect. The correct answer will be algae. Oral thrush is caused by Candida albicans. Correct or incorrect? It is correct. Okay. So this is fungi actually. Candida albicans can cause oral thrush, especially to baby. And it also can cause the vaginal candidiasis on female. So this is the same species that causing oral thrush, mostly on baby, or vaginal candidiasis to female. True or false? Gametophyte or N is the dominant generation of non-vascular plant. Yes. Okay, so non-vascular plants mostly N or gametophyte generation. This is true. All animals that have body tissue is grouped into eumetazoa. Yes, so this is correct. The one that do not have body tissue is called the parazoa or porifera. All chordata are vertebrate. Correct or incorrect? This is incorrect. Because there are chordata is actually divided into 3 phylum. Okay, so Urochordata and then Cephalochordata. And the last one is Vertebrata. Only this one vertebrate. The other 2 over here is invertebrate. They don't have the backbone. Okay, so this is incorrect. Okay, so not all chordata are vertebrates. Gymnosperms do not produce flower nor fruit. Gymnosperms, this is the one that do not have fruit and flower. The other one that have fruit and flower or flowering plant is called the angiosperms. Okay, so this one correct. So gymnosperm do not produce flower nor fruits. All protozoa do not have cell wall nor chloroplast. Correct or incorrect? Remember, protozoa is the same as animal. So this is primitive animal. Animal, no cell wall. No chloroplast. Okay, so this one will be correct. Blastosole is the name of holes in the gastrula that will develop into mouth or anus. Correct or incorrect? It's going to be incorrect. So if you see this one is gastrula, okay, the inside of the gastrula over here is called the blastosole. So this is the space inside the gastrula. The opening of this gastrula is called the blastopore. Okay, so blastosole is the name of the hole. No, so this is the hole or opening. The name should be blastopore. So that's the correct answer. So this one incorrect. Okay, so the blastopore is the name of the hole or opening in the gastrula. The process of conversion of sunlight or energy to chemical energy like food by algae and plant is called cellular respiration. It should be incorrect. You know, the process is called photosynthesis. Using the sunlight to make food. Photo, which is light, synthesis of food. Using light to synthesis or synthesize food. This is photosynthesis, not cellular respiration. a cross between two closely related species is called hybrid. Okay, like for example, horse and donkey, they create hybrid is called the mule. Okay, the grizzly bear with polar bear, they create hybrid is called the growler. So this is called hybrid, and it is true, it is correct. Vulnerable species are those considered is imminent danger of extinction. True or false? The one is in imminent danger is not vulnerable species, but it is called the endangered species. Okay, that's the correct for this definition. So this one is gonna be incorrect. Indicator species are those tied to specific biotic communities, successions, or environmental conditions. True or false? Yes. Okay, so the species that tied to specific condition is called indicator species. It can indicate something happened, like pollution, for example. A conceptual ecosystem model is a model that attempts to quantify the compositions, interaction, and dynamic of the entire ecosystem. This is true or false. This is false for the entire ecosystem. Okay, the concept is called holistic. This is a holistic ecosystem that can be divided into mesocosms and microcosms. Okay, if that holistic ecosystem models using smaller part of the environment is called mesocosm. If using like laboratory, it's called the microcosm. Koala, panda bear, and Komodo dragon are example of generalist species. True or false? Of course, it is false because they live in a very specific place. They do not live in many other places. They have a specific requirement. Only presence in a specific place, they are specialists. Okay, so they are not generalists. So it is false. Climate is atmospheric condition during short period of time, such as days. Climate, long term. If it is short term, it's called weather. So this is false. Blank is a study of the geographic distribution of organisms and their abiotic factor, which affect their distribution. So this is fill in the blank. This is biogeography. This is the study of distributions of organisms. Blank is a level of ecology that studies population dynamics, such as population growth and demography. So what is the answer? Of course, this is the clue over here. It's going to be populations ecology. Okay, study about population dynamic. A linear sequence of organisms through which nutrients and energy pass through feeding connections is called. So feeding is food. This linear sequence is chains. Then the name will be food chains. The interconnection of food chains in an ecosystem is called So you have one food chains over here, another food chains, another food chains. Then it's create what we call the web. Because this is related to food, then it's gonna be called the food web. Blank is the bottom trophic levels of a food chain. The bottom, the trophic level. Remember, trophic level consists of producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, top consumer. So the bottom one will be producers. Blank is the top trophic levels of a food chain. And the top is called the top or apex consumer. The land ecosystem is also known as land. This is terrestrial. So it's going to be terrestrial ecosystem. This consists of 10 types of biomes. Okay, so there are 10 types of biomes, different type of terrestrial ecosystem. The water ecosystem is also known as water is aqua, right? So it's going to be aquatic. Aquatic ecosystem. The two main type of aquatic ecosystem are blank and bank. So aquatic water, there are salty, and the other one is fresh, right? So therefore, there are two type of ecosystem for aquatic ecosystem. The first one's the one that's salty is called the marine ecosystem, and the second one's gonna be called the fresh water ecosystem. Three main zones of pelagic or oceanic realms are, so this is on the oceans. They have three layers based on the light. The top one, it has abundance of light. It's called the photic or photomean light. So this is photic zone. Under it, there will be no light or very few light. It's called the aphotic zone. The last one, this is the one, this is completely dark zone. It's called the abyssal zones. So photic, aphotic, and abyssal. The two main type of freshwater ecosystem, A and B. A is standing water. It means that the water is not flowing like lake, pond, for example. And this ecosystem, this freshwater ecosystem is called lentic. Okay, lentic ecosystem. This is standing water ecosystem. The one that is flowing, like river, streams, is called lotic. Lotic means flowing. So lotic ecosystem. Blank is a type of species that require large blocks of relatively undisturbed habitat to maintain viable population. So the one that need, so this is memorization, okay? The one that is in large habitat is called the umbrella. Umbrella species. Just okay, so umbrella is required wide habitats, wide range of habitats. is a type of species that is especially interesting and attractive organism to which people react emotionally. Like panda, for example, this is called the flag sheep, the flag sheep species, the one that is attractive. Blank is elimination of species by normal process of the natural world or by anthropogenic or human activities. So elimination of species is called extinctions. Species extinction. Blank is terrestrial biomes in tropical area. Biome in tropical area with very high precipitation and hot temperatures. Okay, so it is located in tropical area. It's gonna be tropical biomes, but it has a lot of precipitation. It's gonna be tropical rain forest. That's the name of the biomes. That's located in the tropical area that have very high precipitation and hot temperatures. Tropical rainforest. Blank is a terrestrial biomes in the frigid zones area with frigid or below freezing point temperature all years. So the terrestrial biomes has special name. It's called tundra. So tundra is terrestrial biomes in the frigid zones. Blank is a terrestrial biomes in temperate and frigid zone area that is dominated by evergreen forests like pine tree. Okay, so this again memorizations. This biome is called boreal forest, or it has another name, is also known as a taiga. So boreal forest or taiga. Blank is a terrestrial biomes in temperate zones area that's dominated by deciduous tree, the tree that will fall their leaf during the fall season. Okay, so the leaf will fall yearly, and this will be called as temperate forest. Okay, you have to memorize the 10 type of biomes based on location and the temperatures. Also precipitation. Blank is terrestrial biomes that have wide range of temperature area, but it is characterized by very low precipitation. So all of this is called desert. So deserts, they are located in tropical area, temperate area, and also in some frigid zones. Desert. Okay, so this is the last exercise over here, which is matching. Okay, first one, a community of organisms and their interaction with their abiotic or non-living environment. So the left column and the right column. So look for the right column. What's the answer for 126 over there? It's going to be ecosystem. Look at ecosystem, which is G over here. Okay, so G. And then you put that one. Okay, you can cross that. You already used that. You will not use it again. The next one, process of speciation with the same geographic area. Remember, there is sympatric and allopatric. The one that have the same area is called the sympatric one, which is E over here. So you can cross. Next one, Gnatic vertebrates. So the one that have amniotes sac, this is starting from reptiles, birds, and mammalia. Look for that one. Fishes, amphibian is not. Here you go. Reptile, IFS, which is bird, and mammalia. So that's the answer for that one, which is F. The most inclusive taxon. Okay, remember taxonomy? We start for the most inclusive one. The top one that have everything is called domain. And the bottom one is called the species, the most exclusive taxon. So the most inclusive taxon will be domain, this one, Y, so domain. And then the most exclusive taxon will be species. Look for the species, which is V over here. Cross it and put your answer there. The next one, the steady state of an ecosystem where all organisms are in balance with their environment. What you call that steady state? That steady state is called the equilibrium. So look for the equilibrium, which is this one over here. Okay. Next one, the total mass in a unit area at the time of measurement of living or previous living. So the total mass is going to be biomass, which is this. Q, special species. Look for the special species. You have learned. Example is koala, panda bear, Komodo dragons, type of butterfly. So look for that one. It's going to be A over here. You have panda and koala. Long-term atmospheric condition. Long-term is climates. So look for the climates. Climates. What is climate? Oh, it's P. Climate. Cross that one. Introduce the theory of evolution. Again, we already know this one. The father of evolution is Charles Darwin. So S. Spherical or round shape of bacteria. Remember, there are three shapes of bacteria. If it is round, it's called coccus. If it is rod, bacillus. If it is spherical, it's a spiral, it's called a spirillum. So round is coccus. Look for coccus. K, coccus. The attachment structure of animal viruses. Okay, we already learned that one. Animal virus have spike for attachment. Spike, X. Short-term atmospheric condition. So it will be weather. O, weather. The attachment structure of bacteria. So bacteria also have attachment structure. It's called the fimbriae. Okay, look for the fimbriae. Okay, and the last one, the primary consumers. Primary consumer will be plants, right? So we have plants over there, mouse, angiophone, allospheric community, population, bacillus. The primary consumer. I'm sorry, this is consumer, not producer. It's gonna be herbivore. Okay, so herbivore. Look for the herbivore, which is Z. So the last one over there is a primary consumer, herbivores. Okay, I think that's all. So I hope you have a very good score for these final exams. Goodbye and good luck.